I learned a lot traveling with him in ECW. And one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about, he wouldn't, and I had a job at the gym, so it wasn't like I was didn't have any revenue coming in, not a lot, but and then my ex-wife, she worked too, but she didn't have a green card, so she just worked under the table because she was from Germany, so at a little restaurant. So we were managing, paying rent and everything, and but he would always pay for my food, always pay for the rental car, the hotels and all that. We all shared a room, and then I always offered to give him money, and he said, "No, I'm making more than you." He goes, I go, well, at least let me pack my food. And I never took advantage of it. He goes, no, he goes, but when I want to leave, we leave, and all that stuff. So we were on the schedule, which was the schedule I would have been on, but no, he did that a lot. And if some people were driving home and they were just going to sleep in the car, he'd give them money for a hotel room. So, which I learned, and I try to help out people along the way too. So.
And I think that needs to be, Conrad. I think that needs to be noted that Sabu went out of his way to help a lot of people. He really did. Saw him personally take money out of his own pocket to pay guys that didn't get paid on shows or cover their gas. Sabu had his demons, and you know, but he was a good person. He was a good guy.
Meaning, I feel like when you were saying earlier, you learned a lot from Sabu, not just in the ring, but as a man. That's some of the stuff you were probably thinking about, right?
Yeah, it did. You guys just brought up a memory. I was working on an independent show in Delaware, and the guy had a pre-show meeting about how the house was down, and we're going to get pay off the DVD sales of the show. And I'm just like, yeah, I've heard this before. So I was, everybody looked at me. I was like, well, let's work the show. And I think I was one of the few guys that actually got paid. And I rode in with my opponent, and after the show, we went to get something to eat, and I made in true Sabu. I learned what I learned from Sabu is I reached into my pay and paid my opponent out of my pay to make sure he had something. And I bought him dinner at the Oregon Diner afterwards and stuff like that. Just some things that are the right things to do. Coming up in the business.